Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Johnny L. Wright right here at First Methodist Church of Havilah. I bring you Love 54 on Tuesday and Thursday. As we begin, we would like to tell you my Pepsi makes it right. Amen? Look at that. Please and energizing people's spirit inside. Have one with me. So refreshing. So how y'all doing out there? It's a little windy and we're supposed to be getting some bad weather, so we want to make sure you be careful, protect yourself. You might have to bring some things in from around your house, make sure things are secure. There might be some strong wind. So be careful, be careful, be careful. So as we begin with our love festival, it's all about Jesus. L for Jesus being loyal, O for Jesus being what? Obedient. V for Jesus being victorious, and E is for Jesus being forever. And that equals 54. So we come to you with a devotion, primarily from the Bible, updates, and then a promise from God. So we're excited. Here we are, what? January the 9th, yes. So a lot of things are going on. The kids, again, are still out of school, and I'm praying that they'll have a good return, but there's going to be some delay, and maybe even school might be canceled tomorrow. I'm not sure, but please keep checking with the news and the weather station. So we want everyone to be safe. Amen? Thank you, thank you, thank you. But let's go into our devotion. Our devotion today is about witness protection plan. What are you talking about, Johnny? Well, in the gospel here of Matthew, I discover that Jesus, his mother and father, they were on the run. And you think about our protection, a program is two or three or more about the witness protection plan. Jesus was in a program, I would say. One might not call it a program, but he was in a special situation early in his life, because King Herod wanted to kill all of the young boys, I would say under the age of 2, or from 2 up and down. So Herod was trying to kill him because when the wise men, the Magi, went and said, we're looking for the king of the Jews who was born here in Bethlehem. So there was some strong reservation there for old King Herod. So he was plotting to destroy him, not to go and pay any homage for him in respect. So the Lord, the angel, came to Joseph, and being the father, his earthly father, they went to Egypt, Africa, for a period, and they stayed there. It was a good little trip. Some said it a couple of 100 miles. Some said it was less than that, but nevertheless they were there until King Herod died. So I want you to know that God sometimes protects us and move us around because the enemy is trying to steal, kill, and destroy. So I just want you to know that in this particular reading here in the book of Matthew, that God was looking after his people. And God continued to look after you, look after me. So remember that when things get so bad, just pray to God, and God will come there and rescue. And sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone, like Joseph and Mary along with Jesus. But after a period of time, they were able to return to Nazareth, was able to visit Jerusalem, the temple, and all that thing. But your enemy, you got to be very careful about. And they wanted to kill Jesus, even as an infant, King Herod, because he was fearful, and all of his kingdom along with it. So remember that God protects his own. Amen? God bless you. Yes, yes. Now, let's go over some updates. Today, I want to continue to tell you about the upcoming Bible study that we have. On February the 7th, we will start our Men Bible class here, Men of the Bible. And it's going to be on Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. in the fellowship hall. Begin February the 7th. And then the following week, be the season of Lent. So we're going to have, 7 Mile Miracle by Steve Fotrick. And this is going to be our Lenten Bible study. So I want you to please check with the office and get one of these books. We would like for you to have them in advance. So please, let's work together. Now, there's a lot of things that's happening here. I don't want to overlook that, but I want you to know that God is blessing us. And today is Tuesday. Don't have a lot of things to have today, but on tomorrow, on Wednesday at 9 a.m., we have the crafts day. They start early now because they're getting ready for the grace and gift in November, so they'll be making all different types of crafts. So we invite you to come out, and they have such a beautiful time. They have things all laid out there, machine and other type of stuff to use to knit with. And then they have a little lunch there, so a little food for snack. Okay. Then also tomorrow we have at 4 p.m. we have the sweet hour of prayer, and that's right in I would say right there in the chapel. Okay. And then tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. we have our Easter cantata practice. Followed at 7 we will have what? Our choir. And Sue just mentioned to me that she's going to work with the praise team. So the praise team will be practicing or rehearsing about 7:15 in the sanctuary. So those who would like to be a part, please, come out and join that particular time. On Thursday, we have the Women of Matthews 18:20 at 10 a.m. But before that, we're going to have the Rotary meeting at 7 a.m. in the fellowship hall. And then once that is over, we clean up and we make sure that the women of Matthews, when they come in, everything is in order for them. Friday, no major. Saturday as well. But on Sunday, we have our 8:45 Sunday school right down the hall there, and Marlene Lynch is doing a fine job. And we're going to expand. We're looking for others who will participate and help us start another Sunday school class. And at 10 o'clock, we have our worship service, which will be in the sanctuary. So we invite you to please come, as well as at 3 p.m., there's a baby shower over in the fellowship hall. And then at 4 o'clock, right across from Love 54 room here, we're going to have 4 o'clock, we have our youth. And we had a nice little time with our youth this past Sunday. And we invite you all to come, bring a friend, and let's just continue to learn more and more about God as we have some fun. Amen? So, great. So, talking to Mr. Fred, and he was just telling me about the food pantry. They're still in need of volunteers. That's East Plaza. And this month, they're asking the church to bring syrup. So I have one here. You just get a little small one. But we invite you to please come and bring one of these, put it in the sanctuary. We've got a box in the back, and take it over to the fellowship hall. We have a plastic container outside. So please, let's try to support this ministry. Another ministry I want to talk to you about is the Praise Resource Center. I still have this little milk bottle, and you put coins in there from time to time, dollar bills, and we're trying to help the Pregnant Resource Center. So they're doing a fine job, but it's for the young women who had babies or who are pregnant. They need some assistance. So that's what you put. It's a great mission project. Both of these, East Plaza Pantry. That's a very big opportunity for us to help those who are in need. So please, come out, bring a couple of coins so we can put in there, and we try to kind of take it down to the Pregnant Resource Center pretty much weekly. Okay? Also, I don't want to forget that, we have the food box out there, and we have one for canned goods and other type of things. Then on the other side, on one side, and the other side, we have little hygiene items. So we have these kits here with soap, toothbrush, paste, deodorant, things like that. So we want to continue to work on these. So you'll see more and more of these coming up. And we put them in the box every day for someone who might have a need. They're traveling, so they can make sure that they have the bare necessity to go on throughout the day. All right, thank you. Now, also want to mention about birthday. Today we have, it's the 9th, and Miss Peggy Gaia, birthday on the 11th. We have Gwen Sanford. On the 18th, we have Elisa Garcia. On the 22nd, we have Jackie Alloway and Sandy McCormick. On the 25th, we have Alice Malady. On the 26th, we have George Russell. And on the 29th, we have Aaron Hernandez. We have 2 anniversaries for the month of January. On the 13th, we have Jimmy and Cherry Sanders. And on the 30th, we have Rick and Joanne Owens. So happy birthdays to you. Happy anniversary to you as well. And God is blessing you. And we hope and praying all is going well as God is still in control. Amen, amen, amen. Now, let's move to our third part, which is a promise from God. A promise from God. We've already had our devotion. We already had our updates. Now, let's talk a little about the promise for God. As you read different little articles and little devotion, and then one will stick to you, it's, oh, wow, that's a good little saying. So I'm looking in, the Daily Bread, and I found this here in 1 Thessalonians 4:9, and also verse 11. And I'm reading from the NIV. Be a quiet Christian in life. 1 Thessalonians 4 say, make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. You should mind your own business and work with your hand. Now, about your love for one another, we do not need to write to you, for you yourselves have been taught by God to love each other. And in fact, you do not love all of God's family throughout. You do love all of God's family throughout all matters. So Paul is speaking in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4:9. But I like this little phrase here. It's just a verse, really. And to make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. In other words, move without being noticed. Do those things that God has purposed in your heart. And it's not to be one to show or to be seen, but you're doing it from your heart. So Apostle Paul is writing us that make it your ambition to lead a quiet life. And I believe that's what God will look. Are we doing it to be seen or to be heard? Or are we doing it for the love of Christ? And I will go with the latter part. We're doing it for the love of Christ. So remember, this has been Johnny Allwright right here at First Methodist Church of Havilah on this Tuesday morning, bringing you Love 54. As we leave, my Pepsi makes it right. Bye-bye. Have a good day.